Hello, beautiful people, and how are you all doing this beautiful Saturday evening? It's parenting essential time, so call somebody that Oye is live. I'm glad to be here again. I believe you're doing great at your end. I believe the weather is working good for you. It's favorable for you. So whatever you might be joining me from, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. You are welcome to today's session of Parenting Essential with Oye. It's our Saturday live. All right, join me and let me know where you are joining me from. Which part of the world, which part of the globe you are joining me from. And today I'll be talking about the Preteen Puzzle. Yes, you heard it right. I'm talking about the preteen children today. And it's a very, very deep topic. So hopefully I'll be able to go a little bit deeper today because I've had quite a lot of questions, and I can say categorically I'm also on that stage in my parenting journey, so I can relate. So let's talk. Come on, take your seat. If you're driving, make sure you're driving safe, but make sure you're listening. You can also call somebody and tell them that Oye is live, and today she's going to be talking about our preteen children. I remember I've done a lot of series on preteen and yes, most especially teenagers. But today we're going to be looking at preteen, the preteen puzzle. There's always something missing. There's always something missing when we're talking about preteen. So I'm talking about preteen puzzle today, navigating common parental mistakes and our unrealistic expectations. And I believe one of the major reasons why a lot of parents struggle a lot when it comes to parenting preteen is because of unrealistic expectations. We have too many things that we hope should be working. We have so many ideas in our head. They are not realistic, and let's talk about it today. It is Parenting Essential time and is the home of key strategies to parenting. You are welcome once again. If you're seeing my face for the very first time today, this little girl right here is called Oye Layo, but you can call me Oye for short. I am your family life practitioner and your parenting coach. So when we talk about preteen years, in case you're not aware, just as a means of introduction, we're talking about the ages between 9 to 12. This is a stage that we call them preteen. So at this certain stage, they are very unique in the things they do in their own ways. It's a very sensitive stage, just as we know that teenage stage is also very, very sensitive. However, many of us as parents, we overlook this certain stage. We feel like, you know what? It's nothing. They are not even teenagers. So why should it be a big deal when I'm parenting my preteen? However, it is a stage that you have to pay a very close attention to. It calls for attention. This particular stage call for attention. So we're talking about children between the ages of 9 years to 12 years. They are unique. You know, this time it can be a puzzling time in your parenting journey. If a parent is not well prepared or skilled enough, a lot of parents are confused at this stage. Why is my child behaving like this? Why is this happening? This is not the child I used to know. This is not the baby I used to know. So that's why we oftentimes get quite a lot of questions on this particular stage in the parenting journey. So these children at this certain age, they are no longer little kids. And that is one thing I want every parent who is worried about their preteen should be aware. This stage, they are no longer your little kids that you used to know. You know, mommy, I want this, mommy, I want that. And a lot of us, we cannot come to the realization or agree to the fact that our children are growing. And many parents I can relate, we are not even ready for our children's growth. So note that this stage, they are not those little children anymore. But be reminded, they are neither teenagers also. They are not little children anymore, and they are not teenagers either. So this stage is marked as an emotional shift in their lives. There's going to be a lot of emotions that will be running in their system, the way they view things, the way they react to things. They can be quite emotional at this stage. It can be, a kind of unusual emotions that is just going to be running, and you don't even know why. Why are you crying? Why is this? Why is that? It's a lot going on in your brain. So imagine if you don't understand, you're just going to mismanage or not being able to acknowledge your child's emotion because you cannot relate. You don't understand why this child is behaving like this at this stage. That is why you need to always get yourself equipped in any stage of your child. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, that every stage in our children's life, we all need to always learn that stage. Even if you have parented a lot of children before that certain child, but this is a different child. This is another child entirely. And when this child is on the stage of being a preteen, it's not going to be the same with the last or those ones you have raised. So you need to up your game by learning about this child, by understanding the uniqueness of this child, and knowing how you're going to help this one, not a tailored approach. We know in general that parenting is not a tailored approach. So this stage, you cannot even say, but your brother did not disturb me, but your sister did not do this. If you are saying that or you have said that, just know that that was an error, and I am not blaming you for that. You didn't know better. But I want to believe at the end of today's session, you are going to have more clarity about the stage. You are going to know that, okay, this is what I can say, hopefully, or this is what should not be said. So it's quite a lot of things going on. Identity exploration, they want to know who they are. A lot of them at the stage want to find out who their strength, who they are, what they can do, and it's going to be their early stage of independence. They want to push independence. They feel like, why are you asking me? Why are you telling me? I should be able to do what I want to do. That's the early stage. So most parents often think that, this push expectation should happen, or push independence should happen during teenage stage. But especially in this generation that we are, it is happening earlier than expected. That is why you cannot use the skill you've gotten in 1975 to raise those children in 2025. Always update yourself. Always equip yourself. Always get yourself ready for these children. It can be so challenging if you're not ready for it. It can be so challenging, it can be so draining, it can be so demanding. So parenting in this preteen stage is like, you are assembling puzzles, where the pieces are kept in different shapes. Sometimes you don't even know where you've kept one part. You need to look for it and try to make sure that it's fitted. This puzzle, maybe jigsaw or whatever kind of puzzles that you have. Just imagine you fixing a puzzle and you cannot find one piece of the puzzle. No matter how hard you've worked, your work will not still look perfect until you find the missing puzzle. And this is the stage that they are at this moment, So let's just have a relaxed time and have fun talking about our common mistake in parenting when it comes to preteen and what we should expect. And today I think I'll just say few unrealistic expectations that we often have that might give you stress or might give any parent stress if you don't mark these things. All right, so we have this mini adult illusion. At this stage, they have this mini adult illusion, and that not just from them, from the parent also. Many parents expect their preteen to act just like grown up. Why are you behaving like this? You should act like you're grown up, you're an adult. They might not literally use the word adult, but your actions and your word is telling your child that, why are you behaving like this? You're an adult. So we have this illusion. Most parents in their head, they have this illusion in their head that these children are already adults. So the expectation is just be the best you can be. Act like an adult. No, they are not adults. They are not even teenagers. So oftentimes we forget, and I think that is one of the biggest unrealistic expectation that we have with our children. We expect them to act like grown up, treat them like. But the most funniest part about this, having this mini adult illusion, is we oftentimes expect them to act as grown up, but we teach them like kids. How do I mean? Imagine you expecting your child, to be able to manage their house, manage their schoolwork without you asking them. You expect this so much, but you oftentimes ask them every day, have you taken a shower? Did you brush your teeth? This is what I'm talking about. Can you relate? Anybody here can relate with me? Let me see. If you are currently raising a preteen, I want to see that in the comment section. Can you just share your experience, how it has been? Has it been a very fun-filled journey, or you are stressing out? But if you are stressing yourself out, or you feel stressed out, I'm just going to encourage you tonight to take a deep breath and learn what you should learn. Get the skill that is required and enjoy this phase. It's a very fun-filled stage. So maybe it's high time you deleted the illusion of in your head that you have a preteen, but they should behave like an adult. Yet you're treating them like a kid. And I'm sure somebody here can relate. One of the things I want us to talk about is responsibility and readiness. Their responsibility and readiness. What is the common mistake that we have in this? Assuming they should be able to run responsible for big tasks, big things, without being told, just do it. I'm not saying they cannot, but they are still learning. It's a learning phase. It's a learning phase. And I often talk about busy but being guilty parent. You know, sometimes you can be like, I know what I'm doing. I am so busy. I've raised my children, and because you're not seeing the result the way you want them to be, but you know, in your head, subconsciously, you are still having the picture of that robotic parenting in your head, where you feel like, I've taught them, they should just do it. Why would they forget? Why would they leave this out? And that is the one common mistake. We expect, why I don't need to tell you about the kitchen, the dishes should be washed, the floor should be swept, you're already 9, you're already 10 in your head. So the moment you have to remind your child, or you know, make sure you clean the house, you feel frustrated, you feel like a failure. Is anybody like that here today? Like you feel like a failure. Why will I always remind them? They should know already. Sweetheart, they will not know yet, or they might not know yet. They might and they might not. And that is where we talk about their uniqueness. The fact that baby A, let me call them baby in this case, they are not baby anyways. Child A is going to do everything without being told. And you still have to tell child B that, have you done this? Does not make you a failure. Maybe that is going to encourage somebody here today. Why are you having high blood pressure unnecessarily? It is uncalled for. You're doing great. You're not a failure. You're doing fantastic in your parenting journey. Just that you're giving yourself unnecessary pressure because of your unrealistic expectation. They are not adults. They are in the learning phase. They should do everything without your guidance. No, they are still learning. Even you as an adult, is it everything that you can do without help? Be truthful to yourself. Be sincere to yourself. Even in your career, in your office job, you do everything 100% without help. If you do, congratulations. Good for you. It's a long years of practices. But these ones, they're just starting. Okay, let's do a reality check. You know, preteen, they need structure. They need a gradual responsibility, rather than we thinking suddenly they have to be self-dependent. This is why a lot of people are getting stressed out. Give them a gradual, and it's so sad that many parents that are already working themselves out have not done any work. You didn't even teach them. You are not even on a journey. There is no goal that you have set. But you just feel like, you know what? When they were 5, you're supposed to help, let them do some dishes, start teaching them. You didn't do anything of such. Even when people who are close friends and family are telling you, allow this child to do something, let them clean after themselves. You say, no, they are just little. Once they are 10, they are going to learn it. So up until 10 years, you didn't do anything to this child. Now that this child is 10 years and the child is still not doing it, you are now upset. But you're grown. Before you were little, it doesn't work like that when it comes to children. It must be a learning process. It must be a gradual process. So it's never too late. It's never too late for you to start now. It is never too late for you to start now. So you have to know what stage you are and how far you've gone. So instead of you just saying, it's better for you to know. You're supposed to know, or you should know. Guide them through responsibility. Guide them through step by step. Don't be tired. Don't be exhausted. Don't be tired of teaching. Don't be tired of repeating your step. When it comes to parenting with result, consistency is key. We have to be consistent. But many of us lack consistency. And that is why we are frustrated. But I said that yesterday. Why will I say it today? You will say it. That's part of your job. That's part of the call. Parenting, a higher calling. All right, if you're just joining me today, I'm talking about Preteen Puzzle. I'm talking about the Preteen Puzzle, how we're going to navigate our common parental mistakes and our unrealistic expectation. Parental unrealistic expectation is what I'm talking about today. And in case you don't know, this is called the Parenting Essential with Oye, and it's coming live every Saturday evening. I just spoke about meaning adult illusion that a lot of parents usually have that stress them out and get them frustrated. I talk about responsibility and readiness, the common mistake, our reality check, and practical tips. The most important thing to take home today in this step is for you to understand that teaching them step by step, it is not a waste of time. This is all about your consistency, which is very paramount. It's very important. You know, the responsibility trap. Don't find yourself in that. You're always thinking, they should actually no. Never ever find yourself being trapped in this point. You give them full access. Many of us are giving our children full access, for example, to iPad, iPhone. I am not here today to tell you don't buy iPad for your children. No, that's not what I'm here to say. I am not saying don't buy phone for your children. It is not in my place to tell you what to do with your children. At the end of the day, you know the kind of parental style you're using or parenting style you are embarking on. So that is not my discussion today, but it's just the way we end up blaming our children. You know, can I call it guilt trip, or we are feeling we are taking the blame. We are always telling them this is what you're doing. Meanwhile, we are the architect of this issue. We are the one to be blamed, but we shift the blame to our children when it comes to responsibility trap. In this case, thinking about maybe talking about giving them full access to smartphone, assuming they will use it wisely. You just feel like, you're 10 now, you're doing your birthday, you should use it wisely. But you realize that the child that you think should use the phone wisely is spending 10 hours playing cat and dog game or something. They're just enjoying it. What a child should do. And you're feeling that because I bought your phone, I think you should know that after 2 hours, you're supposed to put it away. Without you, maybe you don't have proud discussion. You don't have any media plan in your home. You don't have any, you just assume they should know. A lot of assumptions are going on when it comes to parenting, and it never yields result. So when you see many parents that oftentimes get to the stage of, I'm tired, I don't know why. What rules, what settings do you have? What settings, what rules have you laid down? What are the things that you've planned ahead? There's no structure. You just want the child to come up with the structure. It's not the child's duty. It's your duty. It's your job. So get to work. Get to work. Unrealistic expectation is the highest. I cannot overemphasize this. How many parents oftentimes have unrealistic expectation. They want a perfect behavior. They want a perfect child. When we go out, you're not supposed to do anything. When we just sit down, we are at home. Why should you do sound? Why should you do this? You just want a perfect child. I'm not saying you cannot raise a perfect child, but I think many people should start with buying a doll, putting them before you became a parent. You love dolls so much, maybe like teddy bears, maybe you're a lover of Barbie doll, whatever it is, Steve Bert, or what do they call these dolls? You love them so much, and you believe because you love them, you take care of these swans, you just clean, you put them in the washing machine, they become clean, you lay them beside your bed, and you think, I'm going to be a good parent. It's time to become a parent. And now you became a parent, and the reality check has done on you. They're like, why are you still moving? I asked you to sit there, but the child is standing up. Yes, this is not a doll. This is a child. You have raised a doll, but you cannot raise a child the way you have raised that doll, or the way you have used the doll you purchased. And that is why you have to let go and let be of your own realistic expectation of a perfect behavior. You want them to always be kind, yet you're not teaching kindness. Kindness is not part of your values. You want them to always be neat. Yes, you're not guiding them. You're not giving them opportunity. Always you're giving them the clothes. You want them to do this. The moment you feel like, okay, now I've been doing it, let them do it. The first time they fail, you feel frustrated. But I've been showing you why you dirty. You want them to be obedient. Sit down there. Sit. Stand up, they stand up. But you are not seeing this in your preteen's life and you are frustrated. A lot of us are not raising an obedient child. We are raising skillful children. Skillful. The children that can stand on their own. The children that understand their why and how is clear. So, being obedient might not necessarily mean what you want. It might not necessarily mean the child is not saying no to you, or the child is not asking you why. So, we need to be careful when we say we want to raise obedient children, depending on the kind of values you are exhibiting in your family, or you're following, or you have in your family. So, be careful when you say you are raising an obedient child. My child dare not ask me why. Just sit down there. Don't go there. Okay, mommy. If everything you are hearing from your preteen is okay, mommy, you might need to run. You might need to run. They never question your view. They cannot even say, because they believe, you know what? It's a sign of respect. I've done this about a few weeks ago, talking about respect and our culture and what we call respect can affect our lives. Honor itself, it's a skill that we need to teach our children. But when we talk about honor, it's not the same thing as respect. I think I'm going out of line. I think that somebody must hear this. I think somebody here must hear this. And that is why I'm saying this. I'm talking about preteen. Let me go back on track. I'm talking about preteen today. And these are the things that we must not get tired of teaching or get frustrated about. Everything must be step by step. No perfect behavior. You keep teaching them. But the truth is that if you're consistent, you are going to get the desired result. So consistency is key. I didn't want to talk too much about that, but that is coming again to my mind, and I'm going to say it again. That child that's always asking you why or saying, mommy, no. Please, don't let that child look that skill. Can you take advantage of that strong-willed child, if you think that child is strong-willed, and take advantage to build the desired skill in the life of that child? Instead of you killing the skill, your job is to unfold the child. So why are you killing the child? Unfold the child. Teach the child the desired and expected behavior. Instead of saying, don't say no because mommy says so. And that's one of the points I'm going to be sharing if time permits today. Oh, wow. Time is so gone. The shift from behavior to independence. It's a phase they feel, you know what? They want to be free. They want to be, let me just do it. And a lot of us, a lot of parents, I'm sure I'm not part of that. You don't even want your child to try anything because you want the perfect child. You are always careful of what people will say. This child did not iron this child well, this outfit well. Why are you wearing two socks? Why is one and the other one? I've seen many of that in my children's life because they are at this stage. But trust me, if you like wear gray and purple, I will ask you, yes, why is it like this? Is it kind of mistake? No, that's the style I want today. Praise the Lord. It's not affecting your health. It's not affecting my health. Why should you be bothered about my child wearing gray and purple? Why should that be your business, or should that be my business? As long as your child is not affecting anybody, their life, their health, their finances, the child is good to go. Am I saying you should not raise a child who maybe you think is out of fashion? No. But encourage the child also to explore their own fashion without being the center of it. Your self-ego. People will be looking at me. Why did you allow your child to dress like that? Hello? Are you raising those children for people? And what they will say? What they will say? All right, I think this is what I believe. I believe in God. I'm going to mention God. That's what God wants you to hear today. Actually, I want to be talking about the Preteen Puzzle, but somehow I just feel like I should just dwell on this part today because I think somebody needs to hear this. Somebody is, you're having headache. I don't know why you have to wear the green jacket on the purple pants. And the child is telling you, mommy, it's not a mistake. I just love it. Let them explore. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Relax. You don't have issues. Don't worry about what people are saying. The child wants to learn something. Pay attention to details. Guide the child. But don't make it your own headache. Your own BP. Nothing is happening. You're not in trouble. Neither is the child in trouble. Just relax. Enjoy yourself. parenting in this preteen stage and enjoy every moment. Why is this one always, the child doesn't want to wear dress. You want the child to wear dress. The child doesn't want to wear baggy, but you fit baggy is fitting this one. They are just exploring. It's a phase. So don't work yourself out. They are fine. Nothing is wrong with the child. As long as you're doing your part, paying attention, teaching them right, and allowing them to explore, allowing them to learn new skills in a positive way. At the same time, I must say, I'm not talking to careless parent who doesn't bother or who doesn't care about how their children are living, what they are doing in the name of us. They'll be okay. I'm not talking to those kind of parents this evening. I'm talking to those who are intentional, who are vision carrier, who know what the journey they are embarked is on. They have the picture. They know where they're going. They're not just moving blindly. They have the clear roadmap. Those are the kind of parent I'm talking to tonight. All right, I think I'm just going to call it a day. Wow, okay. I'm going to call it a day. Do we have any questions so far? I can take one question if there is any. And as I check through, I'm going to quickly see if I have question, but I just want to say this very important before I go. You have to stop the syndrome of because I say so. You're dealing with your preteen, and they always asking. You have a child who is curious, who want to know, who want to understand, and they're asking you, why do I need to do this now? Mommy, can I just do this after I finish the game I'm playing, for example? Maybe you want them to do the dishes, and they're asking you, Mommy, can you just give me 10 minutes? Let me finish this game, then I'll come and do the dishes. And you're saying what? No. And they're asking Mommy, why? The dishes are not going to be done. It's only 10 minutes, I'll be back. But you don't even know why they should do it now. You are just saying because I say so. So I'm talking to all the parents in this category. If your answer to your child's why is because I say so, please let the child go ahead. If your why is not clear, if you're not sure of what you're doing or why you're doing it, please, it means it's not important. But if your reason for telling the child do it now is because, why, we are going to be going out, or this is just going to be messy or smelly, that means you know what you're saying. Your why is clear, not because I say so. And I'm just using this part as an example because quite a lot of parents are always in this realm of because I say so, maybe about their assignment, about everything they are doing. Please let your why be clear. Because I say so, it is not an answer. Because I say so is not an answer. Just because you add because I say so as a child does not make it right. Just because the only answer your parent gave you as a child is because I say so does not make it right. Is somebody hearing me tonight? Because I say so, family? Is that what you're saying to your child? Please let the one you said last be the last of the because I say so. All right, who is here with me today? Bye, JJ. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for still having time to join all the way. God bless you, and I hope you're enjoying your time over there. All right, who is here? My darling husband is always here. Thank you, my king, for all you do. Madam Lolo, I see you there. Thank you for joining. If you're here and you don't say hello or I will not be able to know that you are here. So please just say, all right, very good. If you say hello quickly, I'll be able to know that you're there. So if you're there, I want to say thank you for joining me. Let me check Instagram quickly. Thank you for joining me. If you're there today, YouTube, thank you for joining. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I've been speaking about the missing puzzle for the preteen stage, and I believe you're taking one thing or the other home today. And in case you're just joining me today, or you came across this video, you don't even know how, I want to let you know that it is not by accident. You're welcome to join this beautiful family on Parenting Essential, because every Saturday evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you might be joining me from, we come together to all ends sharing essential parenting. We call it Parenting Essential live here on every Saturday. So be part of us. Join this team, because we say this is the home of key strategies to parenting. So we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Instagram. So feel free to join any platform that is convenient for you. feel free to join any platform that is convenient for you. All right. Ja, I cite you there on Instagram, and everyone on Instagram, thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, as I go, don't forget that parenting must be intentional, parenting must be purposeful, parenting must be full of vision, because this vision is what is going to guide you jealously. Have you gotten your copy of Selfish Parent? Have you gotten your copy of Triangle It's a Boo Boo? For those who have pre-ordered, just bear with us. Hopefully by next week, if you're in Doha, you'll be able to get your copies. Hopefully by next week, you'll be able to get your copies for those who have pre-ordered. But if you're just doing your pre-order today, or you just did yesterday, or you just be doing tomorrow, I am not sure you get yours next week, but I'll try and I'll see what I'll do about that to make sure that you get your copy as soon as possible. All right, this little girl here is called Oye Layo. I am Oye for short. I'm your family life practitioner and your parenting coach. I'll see you again on Parenting Essential. Bye for now and stay blessed. God bless you.